Hi again, VR fans. They call me Dovaki, and in this video you will see me fighting against dragons, spiders and other enemies in the game The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
Und nun unter den Sternen wandelt.
Hallo.
Doch ihr wart einst ein Mensch. Ja, und als Mensch, da sagtet ihr, genug. Geht auf, solange ihr noch könnt. Der einzige Weg aus eurem Elend.
Eure Niederlage bringt mir Ehre.
Ich kriege ihn nicht zu fassen. Wir haben euren Meister gefunden. Vernichtete Drachen.
Krieg,
Wow.
Wenn ich eines Tages eine Taverne aufmache, dann brauche ich mehr Erfahrung.
Seid gegrüßt, Reisen. Hilfe! Hilfe! Ja.
Ehre wahr, leite mich!
Ich mache Hackfleisch aus euch.
Don't play the game, be part of the game.
Once upon a time, there was a little hedgehog named Henry. Henry wanted nothing more than to find a friend. But he loved to hug everyone he met. And because of his spikes, everyone would run away. Or climb away. Or fly away. It's lonely being a hedgehog. Until, on the day of his birthday, he made a wish that changed everything.
The more things that limit you, the harder it is for you to feel like you're actually the robot. That's where kind of the whole idea of Dora came from, this idea of creating as much of a sense of your environment and yourself. The whole idea was we want to make it as immersive as possible.
Air Force pilots who fly drones call it situational awareness. Neuroscientists call it the out-of-body illusion. Engineers call it telerobotics. All of them are talking about the teleportation of our consciousness into a robot body. In the future, this is one way we'll visit remote factories, diagnose patients in disaster areas, or even just log into work from home. And this technology is being prototyped today by a small team of students at the University of Pennsylvania. Their creation is called Dora. The idea behind Dora is simple. Strap on an Oculus VR headset, and the robot perfectly matches every movement of your head. At the same time, you see what the robot sees.
It's more actually like this robot is your body. So if you were to put this on and run it and start driving around and then you looked at yourself, you would think that was another person.
Yeah, who's that guy?
When people use this, they get an out-of-body experience, which is something that you rarely hear people say that they have had by just using a piece of equipment. It's all about basically not feeling like there's some kind of constraint on you.
We've all experienced becoming immersed in a movie or video game, feeling that complete identification with a character. But with virtual reality, the illusion is especially acute. In the future, it might even be useful. One place it's already showing up is in the office. Devices like Beam allow remote workers to walk around their offices, albeit in a body unlike their own. Dora could make that experience all the more realistic, if it ever reaches a mass market. Dora was a student project accomplished on a shoestring budget of $1,500. The team has been approached by angel investors, but it's not clear they'll get a chance to realize their vision for a more sophisticated version 2.
It has an expressiveness to it when it moves around and when you use it. People have done, like they've greeted each other with it when they're using it. So it has a kind of body language, which could also be useful for the social aspect of using a telepresence robot in an office.
So it's not going to look like Johnny Five forever?
Yeah, definitely not.
Working in partnership with Oculus, Bioflight VR, and AI Solve, we've designed these experiences to simulate training in low-frequency, high-acuity events. These are situations that don't happen often, but when they do, the stakes are high and lives are on the line. As we begin Module 1, the resident is placed at the foot of the bed. Our emergency medicine technician provides a debrief and current patient status. Our user is presented with a lifelike patient in need of immediate medical treatment. Team members include our ER nurse, respiratory therapist, and pharmacist. Interactive elements include the IV cart, airway cart, and selectable medications from the code cart. Navigation and selection protocols allow the user to make real-time decisions for patient treatment. The resident can also interact with the patient through hotspots on the body that allow for haptic pulse check, capillary refill, breath, pupil, and cardiac checks. VR training experiences like these provide our residents with an immersive and engaging way to learn new skills and become more confident and better prepared doctors. We believe this is the future of medical skills training and will have a major impact in medical education.
With Microsoft HoloLens, you can create mixed reality apps. Apps that combine the real world with a virtual holographic world. Here are the 5 building blocks you need to start building on the Windows holographic platform. Gaze is the first form of user interaction on HoloLens. It tracks where a person's head is turned to target items in the environment. To interact with those items, you use gestures. The sensors on HoloLens read specific movements of your hands. Voice allows you to speak commands to control action in your app. Recognizing the world around you is done through spatial mapping. It creates a mesh of a room, allowing your holograms to interact with the surfaces that it finds. You can use this information to set holograms on a table, stick them on a wall, or interact with the furniture in your room. Finally, there is spatial sound. 3D sound makes the experience more immersive. Sound from holograms is realistic and can come from all directions. To build apps on the Windows holographic platform, you can use familiar tools. Visual Studio with the Windows 10 SDK, Unity, a new emulator for testing out your apps, and the Windows Dev Center for docs and tutorials. Everything is built into the Universal Windows platform. This means all Universal Windows apps can be made into holograms, and all holograms are Universal Windows apps. This is just a quick overview of the unique aspects of the HoloLens development environment. Imagine your app beyond the limitations of a screen in the creative new world of HoloLens.